Right. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, the classic plus known classics. This is episode number 2986 and episode 2880. We have two DC trades, both basically are sci-fi, and they're from the Silver Age. First of which we have Green Lantern Silver Age. I believe this is volume number 3. Of course, written by Gardner Fox, also written by John Broome, artwork by Gil Kang. The cover art is Evan Doc Shiner. The issues collected in this book are issues 23 to 35, and they published time period of September of 1963, and the last issue was March of 1965, roughly 2 years. So here are your stories. The Threat of the Tattoo Man. This was the very first Tattoo Man, not the one that appeared in Deathstroke Science, a completely different guy. The Green Lantern Disasters. Shark, the Hunt of the Human Prey. Yeah, there's a villain named Shark in here. The Strange World named Green Lantern. No, this is not Mogo, this is something else. War of the Wizards. Star Sapphire Unmasked Green Lantern. This one basically was a ploy to get, okay, so I can't reveal his real name. So the whole thing, this one is trying to get Star Sapphire to marry him as a trick to throw her off. World Within the Power Ring, Mystery of the Zero City, The Amazing Transformation of Hurwitz Tulliver, The Shark Goes Prowl Again, Return of the Shark, The House That Fought Green Lantern, Half a Green Lantern is Better Than None, The World Is Mine, The Tunnel Through Time, Once a Green Lantern, Always a Green Lantern, probably a take on, in all Avengers quotes, Power Rings for Sale, Pay Up or Blow Up, Green Lantern's Wedded, this is actually when we would typically get married, Power Battery Pearl, Wizard of the Light Wave Weapons, This Army of Green Lantern, The Three-Way Attack Against Green Lantern, this is basically a double-sized story, and the last one is Prison of the Gold Mask and Eagle Savior. So this is the original Tattoo Man. Yeah, this actually is his debut appearance of the character. Yeah, he does not really appear a lot, per se, in the comics. Come on. Yeah, like I said, this one here is not the same one who appeared, the black guy. This is a completely different character. His whole thing is that he touches tattoos on his arm, like he only do one at a time, and they become he's basically just a thief. When it comes up here, my information about this one. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Okay, so yeah. Now, I don't believe this Tattoo Man appeared very much in the comics. I'm more familiar with the one that Deathstroke had in his group. Yes. And the backup story basically takes on a group known as the basically asking, and basically it's like okay. Oh yeah, this one's actually okay. He did appear more than once. He got killed in Manhunter. Oh, it's Checkmate. Yeah, he got killed on the page of Checkmate, which is interesting. So yeah, he did appear a good amount of times, but not a lot per se. But after his appearance, he would not appear again until issue 144 in this very book. Yeah. Oh yeah, he even had his own mini. He even had appeared in a mini series. So yeah, Gardner Fox created this guy. In issue 24, yeah, basically debut, like I mentioned, debut the character Shark. This is not the same one from the Terrible Trio. This is a complete different guy. Yeah, this is a completely different character. Like, yeah. He basically became a recurring villain for Green Lantern. Like he basically did returning every 28, but he didn't appear again for quite some time. You think, oh, Shark, is he like associated with like King Shark? Nope, completely unrelated character. Yeah, seriously, completely unrelated character. Mm-hmm. He will return again to issue 59, which is the issue debuted Guy Gardner. And then afterwards, he returned again to after Denny O'Neil wrapped up his run on Green Lantern. He appeared a small half amount of times. In case you're curious, though, did he appear in Volume 3? He did. But for like one issue, he appeared in the Jeff Johns book for like the opening story, and that was it for him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Shark is not that big of a character. It's like he's more associated with Aquaman stuff than he is with basically Green Lantern. That's kind of his whole thing with him. Mm-hmm. Of course, basically, we have to do with Hector Hammond and Sonar again. Or one issue they did a team up. Yes, Sonar teamed up with Hector Hammond, and then eventually the whole thing with Kara Ferris. At one point, she loses her memory. Then she, well, snaps back. Yeah, people like disappearing, per se. I mean, aside from the debut of the Shark and, well, they just had Two-Man. In this book, per se, not a lot of like noteworthy villains make their debut in here. Oh yeah, and the whole thing with Sonar and Hector Hammond. Yeah, it's a double-sized issue. Because it's issue 25. So, no, it's just basically the way it is. And, in case you're curious, is there an appearance by Flash's book? I think there is, because Flash will appear in these early issues. And a lot of the air stories is basically standalone-ish. Like 28 feature Return of the Shark, and the backup story features him fighting some bank robbers. I did find these stories quite interesting, but you probably think, okay, is like any other new villain who make their debut? Well, in 29, we have debut of William Hand, a.k.a. the Black Hand. You know, the guy who Jeff Johns made a necrophiliac in 2000s. Yep, this guy. And here he's a goofy villain. Because Silver Age. Yep. So far of these three characters, one people do know of, William Hand. The other two, like, what? Who the heck is this guy? Yeah, and 30, of course, you have time traveling through time. Taking on pterodactyls in the opening story. The backup story is just taking an amoeba. Yes, an amoeba. You think, okay. Basically, it's more like one-shot villains. Probably some evil gangsters, per se. Yeah, and apparently at one point go like another Earth with this one. With 33, meanwhile, though, this one basically has, get this. So in 33, Hal Jordan fights Dr. Light, and I think this was his second comic he appeared in outside of Justice League. Yeah, this was quite surprising to say the least. Because you would think, like, really? He appears in this book? Yeah, he does. And then we have, let's basically have Hector Ham pop up in the opening story for this one, for 34. And then the final issue of the book, 35, has the debut of Aerialist. Some of you are probably thinking, who the heck is Aerialist? Well, he is just basically a pilot who just is evil. And this was a one-shot character who appeared just for this story. And then he never appeared ever again in the comics. Yeah, but yeah, good stuff here. I actually enjoyed this when I read it. Yep. So, yeah. So I'm going to give this book roughly I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Still good stuff here. Next up we have is Showcase presents Strange Adventures, Volume 2. And this collects issues 74 to 93 of the series. Yeah, Strange Adventures, like, let's have a snowman fire lasers out of its eyes. Let's have various aliens pop up in this series. Yes, aliens, like, including spies, like. So here are your stories. The Invisible Invader from Dimension X. The Mental Spy from Space. Earth. Secret Visitors. Build Yourself Spaceship. And this is all done by John Broome, Gardner Fox, and Edward Hamilton. With artwork by Carmine Infantino, Sid Green, and Gil Kane. Next issue. Secret of Mandate. The Second Look of Earth. Mystery Box from Space. And This is Samara. And the story is here written by Otto Bender, Ed Juris, and Edmund Hamilton, with Sid Green and Gil Kane and Carmine Infantino. The Tallest Man on Earth. The Flying Saucers Save the World. Robots from Atlantis. And The Hungry Meteorite. You have Otto Bender doing two of the stories, and here with John Broome and Dave Wood. Artwork by Sid Green, who does two of the stories, and here with Gil Kane and Carmine Infantino. The World That Slipped Out of Outer Space. The Incredible Eyes of Arthur Gale. The Paul Revere of Time. The Metal Sea Rover. You have Otto Bender, of course, doing two stories once again, with, of course, different artists this time. Sid Green does do two of the books. He does stories, he does B story and the D story. You have Carmine Infantino and Gil Kane. Then you have The Secret Tom Thumb Spaceman. The Light Battery. The Magic Horn from Space. The Prisoner of Space X. And these are your writers. John Broome, Gardner Fox, Otto Bender, and France E. Herron. Yes, Sid Green does two of the stories with Gil Kane and Carmine Infantino. Invaders from the Ice World. Around the World in 1 billion years. A Snitch in Time. The Living Automobile. Art writing here done by Edmund Hamilton, Gardner Fox, Fancy Herron, and art by Carmine Infantino, Sid Green, Gil Kane, and Jerry Greendale. Next, The Mind Robbers of Venus. The World That Switched Places. The Anti-Invasion Machine. The Man Who Cheated Time. This is something interesting. 3 of the 4 stories are written by Otto Bender, and the third story is written by Gardner Fox. Artwork is done by Gil Kane, Sid Green, Carmine Infantino, and Howard Sherman. Next issue. The Secret of the Shrinking Twins. The Spacemen of 1,000 Disguises. The Friendly Enemies from Space. The Magic Box from Nowhere. Writing by Otto Bender, Francie Herron, and Garner Fox in June Room. Artwork: John Fantino, Sid Green, Gail Kane, and Jerry Garner. Basically, a lot of these guys are. I should point out that a lot of these writers are basically writers like a lot of these stories. Yeah, mostly put the only writers so far have just been Garner Fox, Edmund Hamilton, Isle Bender, John Broom, Francie Heron, John Mallard, and that's it for writing. The artwork is mostly Sid Green, Gail Kane, Confortino, Howard Sherman. Occasionally you'll have repeats, but I swirled. Okay. Where was I? Okay, here we go. The Giants of the Cosmic Ray. The Man Who Inherited Mars. Secrets of the Silent Spaceman. The Day Science Went Wild. Assignment in Eternity, which was also the name of a Star Trek episode. It was I believe it was the final episode of Season 1 for the show. I think it was Season 1. Yeah, it was a title for an episode that featured Gary Seven. Here's the thing. CBS wanted a different episode started back for a different spinoff, but Gene Roddenberry wanted to push for Gary Seven to get spinoff instead. He did get spinoff stuff. In novels. Yep. Private Eye of Venus. The Volcanic Man. Yeah, this is an alien popped up. This is a guy from under the planet. The Future Mind of Roger Davis. Prisoners of the Active Universe. The radioactive invasion of Earth. The riddle of the walking robot. The toy that saved the world. The amazing human race. The colorless world of Peter Brandit. The riddle of Spaceman X. Thieves of Thought. The dog that saved the world. Interplanetary Spacesuit. The 1 hour invasion of Earth. The Winter War of 1977. New Faces for Old. Mystery Language from Space. Meteor Menace from Mars. The Interplanetary Problem Solver. The Guerrilla War Against Earth. Fun fact. They're actually collecting the Guerrilla stuff for DC's Finest. The Warning Out of Time. Bodyguard from Space. The Sleeping Spaceman. Earth for Sale. Yeah, people try to sell Earth and they got tricked for it. Well, they tricked a bunch of aliens buying Earth. The Prison of the Rainbow. Detour in Time. Mystery of the Invention. The Day It Became a Martian. Yeah, where a kid basically sees his father become a Martian. The 1,000-year weapon. The amazing gift from space. Mystery of the Meteor Crater. The Midget Earthman of Jupiter. Warning to Earth. The Amazing Tree of Knowledge. The Prison of the Space Satellite. The Amazing Ray of Knowledge. Earth, the Planetary Bomb. Models from Saturn. The Ice Age Menace. Heart of the Solar System. The Wizard of A. The Space Risk of Proxy. A lot of stories. Also, here's a little strange thing here. You look at this character like, wait, is that Adam Strange? No, it's a completely different guy who just happened to have the same style suit that he has. But these stories in here, it's like the whole thing of the title is called Strange Adventures. These are really weird sci-fi stories, but I found these kind of enjoyable. And it reminds me a lot of the Twilight Zone, a lot of these stories. Yep. Also, a lot of these are just one-shot stories. There's no intercollective stuff here. There's no regular character in these books. It's mostly put just a series of one-shot stories that happen to be sci-fi related. It's a Silver Age, but I enjoy it. I really do. I'm going to give the book a 10 out of 10 because the story's really good. Not bad. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit this like button. Next up is going to be Demon Lord Retry. Yep. Next video. Bye.